Hello everyone. Today we discuss about business environment unit 2. What is business? Business is an economic activity which is related with continuous production of goods and services for satisfying human wants. First, exchange of goods, services. Second is deals in numerous transactions. Number 3 is profit is main object. Number 4 is risk and uncertainties. Number 5, buyer and sellers. Sixth point is marketing and distribution of goods and services. 7 point is to satisfy human wants. And the last point, that means 8 point, is social obligations. Business does not function in isolation or in vacuum. It is affected by internal and external factors. These internal and external factors collectively constitute business environment. Internal environmental factors are within the control of business, whereas external factors are beyond the control of business. Environment refers to the system in which human beings live, and they have to adjust themselves according to it. So it is surrounding external agents, influences, or circumstances under which something exists. Business environment can be defined as the aggregate of all those forces, factors, and institutions which directly affect the working of a business organization. Some of these constituents may be static, which others may be changing. Business environment is the aggregate of all conditions, events, and influences that surround and affect the business. Business environment encompasses the climate or set of conditions, economic, social, political, or institutional, in which business operations are conducted. The term business environment of a company is defined as the pattern of all external influences that affect its life and development. The total of all things external to firms and industries that affect the function of the organizations is called business environment. Now, characteristics or nature of business environment. Business environment is very complicated, dynamic, multidimensional, and affects different business institutions in different ways. It exhibits many characteristics like this. First, complex. Environment comprises of many factors. All these factors are related to each other. Therefore, their individual effect on the business cannot be recognized. This is perhaps the reasons which makes it difficult for the business to face them. Now, dynamic. As is clear that environment is a mixture of many factors. An exchange in some or the other factors continue to take place. Therefore, it is said that business environment is dynamic. Number 3, uncertain. Nothing can be said with any amount of certainty about the factors of the business environment because they continue to change quickly. The professional people who determine the business strategy take into consideration the likely changes beforehand. Number 4, multi-dimensional. Business environment is related to the local conditions, and this is the reason as to why the business environment happens to be different in different countries and different even in the same country at different places. Independent components. The different factors of business environment are correlated. For example, change in the import export policy with the coming of a new government. In this case, the coming of new government to power and change in the import export policy are political and economic changes respectively. Thus, a change in one factor affects the other factors. Now, importance or significance of business environment. Business and its environment are closely interrelated and mutually interdependent also. Environment has its bearing on business, and business has its bearing on environment. The success of business lies in understanding the environmental change and adapting its business policies accordingly. These surrounding of business enterprise, which are constantly changing, carry with them both opportunities and risk or uncertainties which can make or mar the future of business. Significance of the study of environment in business sector may be explained as I mentioned right now. Early indication of opportunities helps a business organization to be the first to exploit them. A business organization should make its policies keeping in view the demands of environment. The study of business environment is important to ensure optimum utilizations of resources like financial resources, human resources, and physical resources, etc. Environmental analysis helps the business organizations to identify strengths and weaknesses. Environmental analysis helps the business organizations to identify threats and explore opportunities available to business. Environmental analysis helps in adapting latest technological development which results in improved efficiency. Scanning the business environment helps to understand political situation and its effect on business. Scanning the business environment helps to understand economic policies of government and their impact on business. Because of globalization, the impact of international events on business is increasing. To understand global events and their impact on business, study the international environment is must. By environmental analysis, business organizations comes to know about the strategies of competitors to formulate counter plans. Environment analysis helps is understanding the market conditions, that is change in demand supply, change in fashion, taste, boom or depression, etc. Now, scanning business environment. There is a close and continuous interaction between business and its environment. So, it is essential to understand and scan the environment to ensure effective utilization of resources. SWOT or SWOT analysis is an analysis undertaken by business firms to understand their external and internal environment. The term SWOT or SWOT consists of four words, that is S for strengths, W for weaknesses, O for opportunities, and T for threats. So SWOT SWOT analysis is applied to formulate effective organizational strategies. Through SWOT analysis, the business firms can match strengths and weaknesses existing with an organization with the opportunities and threats existing in the external environment. Now, components, types, constitutes factors of business environment. Every business faces two types of environments simultaneously, that is internal environment and external environment. Internal environment, all those factors within an organization which impart strengths or cause weaknesses constitute the internal environment. These factors can be controlled by business, but they are quite important in shaping the behavior of people working in it. Hence, managers have to take internal factors into account while taking actions. Now, external environment, all those factors outside the organization which provide opportunities or pose a threat to the organizations makes up the external environment. These factors are those over which the business organization has no control. In environment, there are external factors which constantly bring opportunities and threats to the business firms. In include economic, social, and technological and political conditions. Examples of situation that may cause change in the external environment includes improvement in production techniques, fluctuations in the levels of demand, fluctuations in interest rates, changes in laws and regulations, changes in taxation, new social threats, fashions, or lifestyles, and international influences. Now, types of external environment. Microenvironment. Microenvironment consists of factors in the company's immediate environment that affect the performance of the company. These include the suppliers, marketing, intermediaries, and competitors, customers, and the public also. The microenvironment consists of factors in the company's immediate environment which affect the performance of the business unit. These include suppliers, marketing, intermediaries, competitors, customers, and the public. Now, micro environment, supplier are important for any business unit. Suppliers are those who supply the inputs like raw materials and components to the company. Organization should keep two things and to mind regarding suppliers: reliability, multiple suppliers, customers or clients. A business exists only because of its customer. Hence, a major task of a business is to create and sustain customers. Monitoring the customer's sensitivity is a prerequisite for business success. A company may have different types of customers: individual and household customers, government bodies, foreign customers, retail customers, wholesale customers. To succeed in capturing and sustaining customers, buyers' behavior data can be used in constructing a customer profile. Geographical factors should also be analyzed to know the opportunities and threats. In the era of free trade, foreign customers can be attracted by making such products which can compete with foreign products. Single customer of a company is full of risk as it places the company in a poor bargaining positions. The business firms should make separate products for separate segments. Income level of customers, age of customers, personality and lifestyle of customers, task and preferences of customers, quality to the purchased by customers, education levels of customers. Now, competitors. Competitor means other business units which are making similar products or very close substitutes of our product. Competitors play a vital role in running the business enterprise. Business has to adjust its various activities according to the behavior of the competitors. Now, market intermediaries. Every business enterprise may be assisted by market intermediaries, which include agents, brokers, who help the company find customers. It is a link between company and final customers. Market intermediaries helps the company to promote, sell and distribute its goods to final buyers. And last, public. Public is any group that has actual or potential interest in the business. To achieve this interest, it has its impact on the business. Public includes users and non-users of the product like environmentalists, NGOs, local community and media. So that's the end of the video, my friends. In the next episode, I will discuss about external environments in details. If you like my blogs, please subscribe and share it. Thanks again for precious time.